Okay, so welcome back to the Half-Ass Homestead. My name is Angie, and today we are making Better Than Bush's baked beans. Carol over at the Thrifty Chic Housewife was kind enough to share this recipe. So if you'd like to watch her video, I'll have it linked down below. There is about 3 1/4 pounds of navy beans, white navy beans in here. If you like your beans saucy, use 3 pounds. If you like them a little on the drier side like I do, use 4. I had 3 1/4, and that's just what I'm going to use. I didn't want to open up a new bag. So what I have done is I have dumped out the beans into this pot of water, and I let them soak overnight. I am going to give you instructions for the quick soak method because that's what most of you are going to use. The quick soak method, when you put your beans in the pot, cover them with a substantial amount of water, bring them to a boil them for 30 minutes. Then you're going to let them sit in that water like that off of the heat for 1 hour. You're going to give a fresh batch of water and return that water to a boil. What I am doing right now is I am bringing my beans to a boil. I'm getting them heated up so that they're ready to use because I did the overnight soak method. And I will see you guys back once these are boiling. Alrighty, while we are waiting for our beans to warm up, we are going to make the sauce. What we are doing, I have a saucepan about like so. And we are going to add to it 2 quarts of tomato juice. We are adding 1 quart of tomato sauce, 1 cup of chopped onion, 2 cups of packed brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of allspice, 1/2 cup of molasses, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. I've chosen hickory. 1 tablespoon of dry ground mustard, 1 tablespoon of canning and pickling salt or kosher salt, and 2 tablespoons of ground black pepper. Throw these on the stove, mix them, whisk well, and bring everything up to a boil and shut it off. While we are waiting for the sauce to come up to temperature, it's about halfway there, I am going to spoon the beans into the jars. Hot beans, hot jars. When you're filling your jars with the beans, you want to aim for 2/3 to 3/4 full. The rest will be topped with sauce. I'm going for about like 1.5 cups of beans or so. Alright, sauce is all finished up, ready to rock and roll. We can fill our jars. We are going for 1 inch of headspace per jar. Okay, so what we are going to do is go ahead and debubble. What I am going to do is take some white vinegar and wipe down the rims of the jars. Right now, I am putting the lids on my jars and adding them to the canner as I work. I am using a mixture of Tattler and flat lids. Some of these are for in-home use. Tattler lids are not approved. I will, however, if you are interested, put the link in the description down below for the instructions on how to use Tattler lids because it is different than the regular flat canning lids. As I am working through these jars, I am moving them to the canner to keep them warm. Alright, now once we have the lid on the canner, we are going to wait until it comes up to temperature. We're going to wait for it to start venting, and when it starts venting, what you're looking for is a good 6 to 8 inches of steam coming out the top. We then start a timer for 10 minutes and let it vent like that for 10 minutes, and then once we are ready to add the weight, I will be back. Alright, we're venting, starting a timer for 10 minutes. We're going to let this vent, then we'll come back and add the weight. Alright, we are ready to add the weight. And we are going to, we're just going to wait for this to start rocking, and we'll come back and set the timer. Alrighty, I have stabilized the rocking, and we are ready to process for the next 75 minutes. Alright, we are back. Everything is processed for 75 minutes. We are now going to wait for our canner to come back down to 0 pressure. On this canner, it should take about an hour. So I will come back when this is down to 0 pressure, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okie dokie. So it's been a little bit more than an hour. I'm going to let you in a little secret. When my pressure canner is coming back down to 0 pressure, I kind of like to take naps. So, down to 0 pressure, we are going to now let this canner sit for 10 minutes, and then we can remove the jars. All right, it's been 10 whole minutes. Let's open up the canner. Oop. Taking the jars out of the canner is probably my favorite part right after putting them on the shelf. I would like to thank you guys for watching, and if you guys enjoyed it, please hit the subscribe button, and I would love to see you guys again in the next video. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing day.